welcome back to my channel. Now, I can't believe we're in the new year already. Happy New Year, everyone. But I thought before I go into kind of, what are my yearly goals, which will probably be in like one of the next like upcoming videos, I thought instead that I would share with you all some of my yearly favourites from the year that was 2024, because there are quite a few favourites that I've got throughout the year that I just want to share with you all. So let's go. Now, first things first, it has to be the biggest bag purchase that I did this year, which was my Louis Vuitton Diane Satchel bag in the navy and the cream. I love this bag. It was love at first sight the first time I saw it. It's still love at first sight, although I would say it's probably one of the bags that I don't wear as much. I have found it a little bit harder to style, although I kind of thought it was a bit of a neutral given the fact that it's navy. It's actually been a little bit more tricky than I thought. It luckily goes perfectly with burgundy, and I've obviously worn it a lot with burgundy. But yeah, so as much as it is one of my favorites, it's also one of my kind of resolutions to get to wear a little bit more, because the bag is stunning. The shoe was expensive, and I really want to get that cost per wear down, because right now that cost per wear is still pretty high. But yeah, I couldn't do this video without including that dream of a handbag. Talking of handbags, next up, almost like the other end of the spectrum, are 3 bags that I actually picked up from TikTok Shop of all places. Now, I'm not really a TikTok shopper. I find it quite overwhelming. I never know kind of what's actually legit and good and what's just kind of not great on there, because I feel like everyone promotes everything. But this was a real kind of gem of a find, so much so that I ended up picking it up in 3 colours. So the first one that I got was the burgundy. It's obviously a bucket bag. It is a very good kind of, I don't even know if you'd call it a dupe, but a very good kind of lookalike for the Hermes Picotin bag, which is a bag that I absolutely love, but I'm just not financially in a price point where an Hermes Picotin is kind of like on my bingo card for 2025. I'm open though. I'm open if it happens. That would be amazing. But I picked up the burgundy first. I loved it. It's genuine leather, which for the price point I thought was so good. I think these bags were like £40 each on TikTok Shop. And then I also picked it up in the pale blue and also in the tan colour. I think the tan and the pale blue are going to be perfect for summer. I actually think it's a great size little summer bag if you're just kind of out and about and want to take, your sunglasses, your phone, purse, lipstick, etc. So yeah, very much the other end of the spectrum, because obviously Louis Vuitton is definitely one end. TikTok Shop is very much the other, but both of them actually come under as my favourites, just because of the fact that I know I've already had so much wear out of the burgundy one, and I know I'm going to get a lot more wear out of the other colours as we move into summer. Next up are my UGG slippers. Now, these are a definite yearly favourite, although I don't wear these obviously throughout the whole year, because in the summer I don't need to wear slippers. But they are just absolutely phenomenal at keeping my feet nice and warm and toasty during the winter months. Even though I have worn these to death, it feels like this year, they are still in such great condition. They don't look too worn. Previous years I'd end up buying slippers that would look like Uggs but weren't Uggs, and after like one kind of winter of wearing them, I'd have to chuck them because they would just look so tatty, and there wouldn't be kind of any of the lining left to keep the feet warm. But I have to say that the Uggs are definitely worth the money. They're worth the investment, because I know I'm going to get quite a few winters out of wearing them. And yeah, I can't bear to have anything else on my feet at the moment. So next up are some of my favourite purchases this year from Vinted. Now, Vinted is a platform that I absolutely love. I've definitely shopped from it more this year than any other year. And I've also probably sold more on there this year than any other year. I can be quite ruthless when it comes to a clear out. I think just because of the sheer volume of clothes that seem to enter my wardrobes on a kind of monthly basis means that I have to be a little bit brutal. And I really have to be kind of quite ruthless with, if I've not worn it in quite a few months, then it's probably gonna go out my wardrobe, and let somebody else enjoy that outfit or that piece of clothing, because I'm very lucky that I have a lot of different options, which means that obviously I don't get to wear everything that I own. So I'm a big believer in putting it out on Vinted for other people to kind of enjoy and for the clothes to kind of live on. But 3 of my best purchases this year all happen to be Pink City print dresses. I love that brand. That is a brand that I have loved and admired and followed on Instagram for years. Never bit the bullet to buy one of their dresses brand new. Their dresses new retail for close to around £200, which I'm not saying they're not worth it, but for me, that's a lot of money to spend on kind of one item of clothing. Handbags, very different, but clothing, because I think I'm so used to kind of changing stuff in and out quite often. If it's a big purchase like that, I definitely want to be quite considered. But I happen to find these 3 dresses for more than half price on Vinted, and they've come in pretty much near perfect condition. 2 of which were actually brand new, one of which I think probably only been worn a couple of times because it seems to be absolutely perfect. So those 3 are probably one of my yearly favorites because I've worn them so much in the summer, and I know I'm going to get so much more wear out of them as we move into spring, summer next year. Okay, I feel like this trend, for some people, they're completely over it. I'm not over it. I still very much love it. And I feel like if you saw me in real life this year or you saw me online, 9 times out of 10, I probably had a hair bow in my hair because I love a hair bow. They have definitely been one of the standout hair accessories for me for the year. I feel like I went through a headband phase, I don't know, like 2-3 years ago, and I'm currently in the hair bow phase, and I'm not mad about it. I have a lot of hair bows though. Like, I definitely have quite a few, but I do wear them a lot. I'm constantly adding to my collection. I feel like hair bows are going to be here for a little bit longer, which I'm happy about. So yeah, hair bows for me have to be another yearly favourite of 2024. And now moving into skincare, and one of the brands that I was introduced to this year and I absolutely love, and I completely get the hype now, is Tatcha. I love their products. I absolutely love them. I'm currently going through the face cream, and it is, I don't mean to sound dramatic when I say it's life-changing, but it's honestly the thing that makes my skin feel so soft. It really helps with that kind of glow that I like to have in my skin. And I am absolutely a convert. Obviously, their products are definitely not at the cheaper end of the skincare market. They're not the most expensive. Like, skincare can get very expensive, but they're definitely a kind of considered purchase because, yeah, the face creams are pricey. The only thing I would say is that every time I bought Tatcha, I've always waited for Space NK to do a 20% off because they do it quite regularly. You still get to build up your points. You know, I think it's every £100 spent, you get £5 back. So yeah, I would always say that if you're looking to buy Tatcha, buy it in Space NK because I think the perks there are a little bit better than other places that you could potentially purchase it from. Plus they always seem to do 20% off. So every time I need to top up, I kind of wait for that. And then I don't feel as guilty about spending that much on my skin. And then the final thing for me is also another skincare product, and that is the Elemis Rose Cleansing Balm. I was introduced to this one this year. I've previously been a fan of the OG Pro Collagen one, but I got to try the Rose one this year. I actually got to have my name engraved on the cleansing pot itself, which was a real experience actually. I quite like the fact that it has my name on it. But yeah, I absolutely love this. I didn't think I could love any other cleansing balm as much as the Pro Collagen OG one, but actually I think I prefer this one a little bit more. It does wonders for my skin. Nothing seems to melt the makeup away quite like an Elemis cleansing balm. And I love the scent from the Rose one. It just feels like you're giving yourself an at-home spa treatment, and my skin just seems to really love it. And that's it for my 2024 favourites. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and all that good stuff, and let me know in the comments what your favourite thing from 2024 has been. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.